Everyone inside Western Australia loves Mark McGowan. Every West Australian that lives outside of West Australia, well, they don't.
Yes, it just goes back to this old West and the East animosity that's been present for so many decades in this country, where those in the East can't tell those in the West what to do. And when we wanted to see the borders open, well, McGowan said, no, you're not seeing any borders open. When you get one infection, I'm going to close the borders down. And the fact that you take on the East like that, as Mark McGowan did, proves that this is the way to win elections. And that's what he's done. This is a whitewash. It's the greatest Labor win in any jurisdiction in Australia. It could see the Liberals with just two sole seats. 2 seats. All the blue ribbon seats have gone as well. And it's a lesson probably for opposition leaders that when you're just about to start the election campaign, don't give up. The fact that he decided to tell everyone that he can't win, well, that was not a good sign. It was not good politicking. It was not good campaigning. And hopefully that lesson has been learnt too.
Well, he said no regrets shutting the gates, but he did say that he has to stay humble and grounded. Moving on to the next topic, Queensland authorities, Chris, are scrambling to basically understand how a doctor contracted COVID-19, and that's despite wearing PPE in hospital. What are your thoughts on this one?
Well, the protocols we use, even in hospitals and even in hotel quarantine, and I mean the health hotel quarantine headquarters where those with COVID are kept, these are not infallible. These are very fallible, and that's the lesson we've learned from this. This will be easily contained. It's a big story today. It's a big story yesterday. But I would have thought, you know, given the fact that he's only been exposed to the community for one sole day, it is not a hard contact tracing job. It's not a reason to shut down the border between New South Wales and Queensland or shut down Brisbane. Thankfully, Anastasia Palaszczuk hasn't done that. I'm sure we're going to get to the middle of the week and have this well and truly under control.
Just made me feel a bit better about myself when I heard that the doctor went through the Macca's drive-through. We could all go through the drive-through. Now, what about this story? This is a huge story. Oprah, Harry, Meghan. Oh my goodness gracious, Chris, what do you make of it all? Piers Morgan blowing up with his glass jaw.
Well, yeah, that's interesting you say that about Piers Morgan. He kind of resigned from this show that he's hosted for so many years so quickly. I don't know whether there was something going on behind the scenes between him and management about his contract or about his tenure on the program, but he was very quick to run when they had so many complaints. Bear in mind, the petition to reinstall him contained more signatures and people than those people who were complaining, by the way. I think he's run off and spat his dummy big time. But over to Harry and Meghan, the one thing I thought that Piers Morgan could have done is respect the fact that she did have mental health challenges. He didn't do that. The rest of what we heard from Meghan Markle, though, I thought was very suspect, especially this business that she heard secondhand about racist undertones and what the baby would look like. Of course we're going to talk about what the baby will look like when you've got an Anglo, red-headed father and a beautiful dark-skinned mother. You're going to talk about that. That is not racist. That is what you talk about when new babies come into the world. I thought that was overplayed and overplayed badly.
Certainly caused a lot of controversy and discussion this week. But finally, what's on your show tonight?
Yeah, 2 fantastic guests. Tim, the heartthrob of your childhood, Sigrid Thornton, is on the couch tonight. Beautiful Sigrid. Yes.
Yeah.
And Patrick Moore, the Greenpeace founder, the eco-warrior, who has just written a new book about how we're catastrophizing climate change. And he is one of those, I guess, climate change experts that talk about the fact that, yes, we're warming. Yes, we should do our bit in the world to reduce emissions, but don't catastrophize this because it could be a lot worse if we were cooling. So we talk about his new book and some of his philosophies on climate change, all on the program tonight.